in your position, in all the positions you've had, whether it's an agent or a creative executive or a producer now, there seems to be a lot of choice. You know, you're a chooser.
Right.
How have you honed that skill, or what in your previous life made you so good at choosing?
Well, it's interesting. Most producers wouldn't say they're great at choosing, but they do follow their gut. And I learned pretty early on that if you stay contemporary, if you're aware of what's going on in the world, if you are aware sociologically, that your gut has relevance. And I do gravitate towards people stories. You know, most movies that I've worked on, you know, I smile when I think about them, but they're relevant to me in some odd way. You know, it was bizarre. Last night, I got home from work, and my wife makes dinner. She's a good cook, you know, and we sit down and we have dinner, and I've got to do some PGA stuff, and then we kind of went up to bed early, and we turned on the television, and there was Primal Fear, which is my first real movie that I produced 20 years ago. And you know, I couldn't stop watching it. I must have watched an hour of it. And you sit there, and you know, I turned to her and I said, you know, Richard Gere's really never been better than he was in this movie. And Laura Linney's great, and Edward Norton is great, and Andre Braugher, and you know, Fran McDormand. They're all fantastic. And you know, I went to Catholic schools. I was an altar boy. I keep doing movies where the priests are bad, even though I never had a bad experience with the priests. You know, I'd worked on Godfather 3, that, you know, the Pope got killed. I did Primal Fear. You know, the Archbishop was a bad guy. So you're affected by your life, you know, and I don't know. It was interesting. At the end of the day, I thought the movie still held up after 20 years. It was still riveting.